Have you ever been in a situation where you feel like you made a decision based off your emotions? It could have been angry emotions, happy emotions, sad emotions, or anything that has to do with your emotions. It could be examples like sending a text message when you were really angry with somebody that you didn't really mean, or making a purchase of something that you felt like you really needed just because you told yourself in the moment that you really needed it, or going out to the club because you got excited that your friends told you they were all gonna go out and drink and pop bottles. You know what I'm saying? That's called making decisions based off your current emotions. So what I'm trying to aim to do with this video is to help people stop making emotional decisions, because sometimes not every decision that you make based off your emotions is going to benefit you. Sometimes making an emotional decision is going to really jeopardize your future, okay? And with this video, I want to give y'all 5 steps on how to improve on not making emotional decisions. So with that being said, before I get started, if y'all ain't already familiar with the channel, my name is Tone. Y'all can call me Tone Said It, Tone Made It, whatever y'all want to call me. What my goal and my objective with this channel is to be able to help not just others, but not just myself, but others as well, on fixing our mental health and fixing on the decisions that we make. That way we could progress and be better as a whole. My main objective is just not just watching myself become successful, but helping others be motivated to become successful. And like I say in all my videos, I don't have a lot of assets. I don't have a lot of things, but one thing that I have is heart and knowledge. And as these videos progress, the background that y'all see behind me, the assets that y'all see will increase as well. And I just want to motivate people, to help people, to show people how to get it done. With that being said, let's get started. So, step 1 with how to not make emotional decisions is to not make a permanent decision during temporary emotions. So how does that mean? So basically, let's say you're arguing with somebody, right? Your partner. And y'all are so mad and you're so angry. You're like, you know what? I'm done with you. Once you say you're done, you can't go back. It's like tearing a paper. You can tell a paper until it's sorry, but it ain't gonna be put back together. Once you tell somebody you're done, okay? Like, it don't matter if y'all get back together, that little tear is always gonna be there. So instead of making that emotional decision right there and then, stop. Ask yourself, is this decision really worth making just because of how I feel? You know what I mean? Like, you don't wanna, for example, like today at work, I got a call today with some news that I wouldn't wish on anybody, okay? And it hurt me a little bit. And it made me cry a little bit. I'll be honest, I cried a little bit in the restroom. And I had 2 options I could have done. Go home, cry about it, and just end off my day like that, or persevere, serve people. Because if y'all don't know, I'm a server as well, right? I do Chipotle serving, content producing. I could serve people, enhance people's experience, and make people's days and get that money. And I chose to just continue to keep going because only the strong survive, right? But anybody else would have made a decision based off of their emotions and gone home and cried about it and said, I just can't work with this. But you can. You have to learn how to make decisions without using your emotions. And that's what I did today. I didn't want to permanently go home for the rest of the day and jeopardize myself from not making any money. So I just stuck it through and thugged it out. For example, let's say somebody gets you mad on the streets and you're so mad that you want to fight him. But let's think about it. Let's say you fight him and you hit him so hard that you kill him. Now you're going to jail. Now you're known as a felon for the rest of your life. Is that something that you really want to do to yourself? You know what I'm saying? Or let's say there's a woman, right? You think she's so attractive and you're having a really bad lust problem. You want to have sex with that woman. And then you finally get it in with that woman. And then right at the end, you get hit with a disease or something. Then you're like, damn, now I'm stuck permanently with this disease just because of my temporary emotions. Now I have a permanent illness because of my temporary emotion. Now I'm permanently a felon because of my temporary emotions. Now I'm permanently done with this person just because of my temporary emotions. That's why it's really important to stop making permanent decisions just off of your temporary emotions. So let's move on to rule number 2. Learn your emotional triggers. Learn what makes you angry. Is it you being lonely? Is it you not having affection? Is it you not getting what you want when you want it? Is it you not making money? Like, what is it? You have to really ask yourself, what are the things that make you angry? And then you have to start altering your mind that you're gonna be okay. Because let's think about it. You get angry, right? You get angry with somebody. The anger only lasts for so long. A couple days later, you ain't gonna be mad. Maybe maybe an hour later, you're still gonna be a little upset. But a couple days later, you're not gonna be mad. You're not even gonna put no thought into it unless it's brought up. But it's like, why waste those 3 days being mad or that month being mad when you can just get over it like that? Put your pride to the side and just get over it like that. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be able to figure out what triggers your anger. That way you could train yourself and train your mind to not get angry or to not respond a certain way based off your emotions. Like, let's say, and it doesn't even have to be anger or sadness. Let's say that every time you see something that you want so bad and you're like, oh my God, I need this. Like this, just thinking about this makes me so happy. I need this. And then you buy it and you always spend money and you're never able to save your money. You gotta learn how to train yourself to tell yourself, no, just because I'm feeling this way doesn't mean that I should make this decision. Doesn't mean that I should buy this item. Or just because every time I think about going to the club doesn't mean that I should go to the club. Or anytime my friend invites me and tells me about going out for a trip or going out to do something and makes it sound like it's gonna be the best time ever, doesn't mean I should do it right now. Because there's always a time and a place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. With that being said, just learn how to train your mind to say no or to stay away from the things that trigger your emotions. And I'm not trying to say be emotionless. I'm not trying to say be nonchalant. All I'm trying to say is have control of your emotions and don't let your emotions have control of you. Okay? So with that being said, leading on to number 3, give yourself a waiting period. Now, what does that mean? Let's say, for example, back with the buying something. Let's say you see something that you really want. And usually somebody will see something that they want and immediately want to buy it. No, sleep on it, okay? If you see something, hold off a little bit. Hold off a little bit and tell yourself, do I need this or do I want this? And give yourself some time to think about it, to talk to yourself, maybe do your finances, maybe give yourself some time to realize if that purchase fits in what you can afford. Give yourself a couple of hours. Give yourself 24 hours. Wake up the next day and tell yourself that I need to make this purchase instead of making that decision right because you want to purchase it because of how you feel about it. Or for example, let's say you get in an argument with somebody. Don't type that paragraph and then send it right away just because of how they made you feel and then jeopardize something that you worked so hard to build. Sit back, put your pride to the side. Don't just have patience with them, but have patience with yourself. And ask yourself, is the decision that I'm gonna make right now worth jeopardizing what I have going on? Whether it's with my relationship, whether it's with my friendship, whether it's with my money, or whether it's with my opportunities, or whether it's with my family, or whether it's within myself. Is the decision that I'm doing right now worth doing? And ask yourself, give yourself time to think. Don't just do it. Give yourself time to think, okay? It's okay to take a couple of minutes, maybe a couple of hours to sit on a decision that you want to make, to really think. Think about all the outcomes. Is it worth it? Is it worth my time? Is it worth fighting this dude? Is it worth getting 15 minutes of glory by everybody? Fighting this dude, going to jail, and then have everybody saying, oh, free my dog till it's backwards, and then have nobody pay your bond and nobody to really care about you, or nobody to be able to take off that felony charge that's on your record? I don't think that's worth it, okay? I don't think that's worth it. So really sit back and think to yourself. Or maybe you have that one little yay that calling you, telling you that they want to crack and this and this and that. Sit back and tell yourself if it's really worth your time. Ask yourself that. Ask it, or not just your time, but your emotions. Because that same emotions that you're making, the same emotions that you're using to make decisions that don't benefit you are the same emotions that you could be using towards things that do benefit you. So just learn how to have control of your emotions and don't let your emotions control you, right? So that being said, going on to number 4, ask yourself, would I make this decision if I were calm? Now, it's a really important one. You gotta ask yourself, if I was calm right now, would I cuss out my boyfriend or my girlfriend for doing this little thing? If I was calm right now, would I feel the urge to buy something specific that I don't need? If I'm calm right now, would I feel the urge to treat people like crap just because I got a bad phone call? If I was calm right now, would I quit and leave work just because something's not going my way? If I was calm right now, would I retaliate with somebody who's angry with me? If I was calm right now, would I disrespect somebody who was disrespecting me? If I was calm. You gotta ask yourself these things. You know, like for example, the other day, I was serving and I had a guy, and I was being so nice to him and his family. I had a guy order an appetizer and order a salad and his food, right? And I remember I ring the appetizer for him and his food, and his appetizer gets there before his salad. I'll never forget, grown man threw a fit, banged the table and said, I don't care about this appetizer. I don't care about this stuff. Why isn't my salad out before the appetizer? And I'll never forget, this was recently too. I started getting mad. I was getting so mad. I felt my blood boiling, but I stopped. I didn't say nothing. I just looked at him and I walked away. I went to the back and I prayed. I said, God, Jesus, give me patience. And I thought about it. I said, am I gonna get mad, retaliate back to him being an a-hole to me, jeopardize my job, jeopardize my money, jeopardize my name, not only my name, but jeopardize the name of my company that I'm working for? Or am I just gonna put my pride to the side and be able to maybe change this dude's day? So I went back. He was still mad, complaining that I didn't have cheese, complaining that I didn't bring this, that I didn't do that I didn't do that. Mind you, he came at 10 o'clock right before we were about to close. So in order for me to get his stuff, I had to go to the back and go all the way to the freezers and get all of his stuff just for his satisfaction. So I came back and he kept treating me a certain way, right? And I told him, I said, sir, and this is what I'm trying to, this is what I said right now, and the way I responded is the way that I'm trying to help people respond as well with hard situations. I could have crashed out and told him stuff. Meet me outside, let's go box it out. Or box them right there and then. But I said, is that gonna benefit me? No. So I chose another option. I chose another way. I went into him, I said, sir, I apologize for the inconvenience. I apologize that I'm not serving you towards your convenience. I apologize that your food came out before your salad. But I just want you to know that I'm giving you 1,000% of my effort. I just want you to know that the reason why your food came out before your salad is because the food is already in the makes. The salads are already packaged up. And you came at a time where everybody's trying to get out, not just myself, but everybody else in the kitchen. So in order for me to fulfill your satisfaction, I have to go to the back and inconvenience a whole lot of people just so I could convenience you or serve you towards your convenience. So I apologize if I'm leaving you upset, but I just want you to know that I'm trying my very best. And you wanna know what that did right there? After leaving and coming back 5 minutes later, he was apologizing to me. Gave me $20 and wrote me a good review. And I was still upset, I'll be honest, but I don't keep grudges. I was able to plant that seed inside of his heart to open his eyes to see that he was in the wrong for acting the way that he was acting, instead of me retaliating. And that's a perfect example of being cool. Sorry guys, I had run out of storage. But like I was trying to say, is that situation right there was a perfect example of when life throws you lemons, you don't make lemonade, you make Kool-Aid. And I'll tell you right at the end what that means, okay? So with that being said, that whole situation leads me up to number 5. Think about the consequences, not just the relief. So for example, with that situation that I just explained, if I would have got mad, right, my relief would have been beating him up and feel like, yeah, I got what I wanted. I beat him up. Yeah, what's up? But then like the consequences behind it is like, I lose my job. I lose my second source of income. I ruin my name for future jobs if I ever want to get hired again. Like I ruin my self-worth because I'm dumbing myself down to a lower IQ individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really think about those things. And that's something that I thought about. I thought about the consequences. That's why I didn't retaliate in a way that somebody else would have. Because the relief isn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, let's say you wanna get that relief off with another woman. Let's say you're with a woman, right? And you see another woman that looks so good, right? And then you're like, I'm trying to get in with that. And then you do it. And then you lose your woman just to get that relief off of you. You gotta really sit back and think, if I get myself in with that woman, what is that gonna jeopardize? Because what goes around comes around. If you cheat on your woman, I promise you it's gonna come around somehow. I promise you. It doesn't matter if it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, it's gonna come back. It comes back around. What you put in this world comes back around. And I'm a firm believer of that because I'm seeing it. But with that being said, if you cheat on your woman, or if you look at that girl, right, and you're like, damn, I want to cheat on her, but wait, if I do it, I'm jeopardizing what I've built with my woman. I'm jeopardizing the love that I built, the trust that I built. I'm jeopardizing trust with myself because I can't stand on my own word and on my own oath. And not only that, I'm jeopardizing my relationship with the Lord because I'm sinning. You got to think about things like that. Or like, for example, let's say you have $500 or $300. And you see a pair of shoes that are fresh and that everybody likes. So you're like, damn, bro, I got enough money to buy these shoes. But they're $350. Think about it. That relief is buying the shoe. Is the relief worth you going broke and not having money for you to, continue on with your everyday assets? Let's say you want to go to the club, right? Or better put it this way. Let's say let's say you've been working every single day, right? And there's one day that you get an opportunity to work. But your homeboys call you, hey bro, we're about to go to Houston. We're about to go to just anywhere fun that you would really die to go. And you have the option to call in on work and go with your friends and jeopardize yourself from losing that job. Jeopardize yourself from having them complain to other employers that you try to get to, that you call in. Or keep your head down till you come up and go to work. Think about these things. Think about it. Really think about it. Like, a lot of these scenarios that I tell you, not in just these videos, in a lot of videos, I've either seen it or have been through it. A lot of things that I've seen and a lot of things that I've been through. I don't just make this stuff up. And I would hate to watch somebody else go through these things. It's not fun. I've seen people hurt, and I've been hurt myself just on making emotional decisions. I remember one time, well, when I used to live with my mom last year, there was a situation where she got mad at me for not going to church. I was so angry. I was so angry. And I made an emotional decision to leave the house without knowing that I was going to jeopardize my car, my phone, my laptop, my money for myself, my ability to sleep in my own bed, and my ability to be able to save money and eat and have food. I left, and I was living with a woman where I had to buy my own phone, and I still had to pay so much money just to pay off this phone that sucks. Had to spend $600 on rent, and even at that, I didn't even have enough money to pay for it. Had to pay all my money for Ubers because I didn't have my car no more. The little bit of money that I had, I would buy myself a box of pizza and make it last 5 days. And pray that I would somehow get food. And pray that somebody will pay for my food. And pray that I'd be able to get a ride. Because there were days that I didn't even have enough money to even go to work. Or enough money to eat. Or if me and an old girl were having an argument, I wouldn't even sleep on the bed. I'll sleep on the floor. Or on the couch. Like couch on the floor. Or at somebody else's crib. Because I couldn't come back home because of an emotional decision that I made. And if I would have never left, I would have been on my second year of college. I would have had a lot of money saved. I would have had my car already. And I would have already had a good relationship with my mom, which that's something that I fixed. And I fixed a lot of these things. But it took me a year of doing nothing but throw money to the gutter and energy in the gutter and emotions in the gutter because I couldn't put my pride to the side to just stop to do rule number 3, to give myself some time to think about it. I didn't give myself rule number 1, to not leave the house without knowing that I wasn't going to come back, right? Making that permanent decision. And then 2, I didn't know my emotional triggers. I didn't know how to just be able to have like a bulletproof, like an imaginary bulletproof vest. And whenever I get shot, I don't feel it. It doesn't hit me. It doesn't hurt me. I didn't know my emotional triggers. And I didn't ask myself the most important question, which is number 4. Would I make the decision if I was calm? Because no, I wouldn't have. But I was so angry. And number 5, I was excited to go live with a woman. And I didn't think about the consequences. So with that being said, guys, I'm not trying to tell you that your emotions ain't real. That you shouldn't listen to your emotions. That being emotional is you being weak. Being emotional is you being a punk. That you having emotions is you gonna be a failure. That's not what I'm trying to say, guys. What I'm trying to say is your emotions are real. But doesn't mean that you gotta let your emotions take full control of your decisions. And I'm gonna say that again. Your emotions are real. But that doesn't mean that you should allow them to have full control of the decisions that you make. Be smarter, be more mature, be wiser. Well, with that being said, if you made it this far in the video, thank you. And I hope that you were able to intake some new information that will help you be a better man, be a better woman, be a better son, daughter, partner, whatever the case is. I hope that I'm able to plant a seed in different people, and I'm able to help people get out of the sadness, the anger that they have, to get out of all the emotional things that hold people back. And I pray and I hope that I'm able to touch some people's hearts to allow y'all to be successful, to help y'all become successful, to motivate y'all to start that thing that you want to start, to motivate y'all to stop making emotional decisions that are not going to benefit your life. With that being said, guys, just want to leave off with one note. I know y'all heard me mentioning the Kool-Aid lemonade situation, but I'm going to explain it so that way if y'all ain't familiar with my videos, y'all know what it means. So when life throws you lemons, you make what? No, you don't make no lemonade, bruh. You make Kool-Aid. Tone, what does that mean? When life throws you problems, when life puts you in a really tough position, lemons. People expect for you to retaliate and to respond in a certain way that's not going to benefit you. Lemonade. But you got to completely change the circumstance around you. Kool-Aid. When life throws you lemons, you make Kool-Aid. You completely change the situations and the circumstances around you. And with that being said, my name is Tone. Tone said it. Tone made it. Whatever you want to call me. And before I go, one more thing. If y'all want to be wiser with the Lord, I really suggest that y'all invest in this Bible right here. This Bible not only allows me and allows us to be closer to God, but it allows us to make better decisions for ourselves that really, 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 really benefit us. And if you are interested, I have the links down below for the men's book and the woman's book. And I promise you, it's only $10. $10 just to give 1 minute with God. Making this purchase is such an investment, okay? Buy the book, read the book, and let's get better together. But with that being said, my name is Tone, and I'm out. Ski!